What's going on, guys? It's Josh Denzel for Queensberry, and we're here at the weigh-in for Knockout Chaos. Anthony Joshua, AJ, against Francis Ngannou, the Predator. I'm excited. What we're going to do is we're going to run around. It's absolute chaos here, and we're going to find some of the names and faces, the brightest and the best of the boxing world, and we're going to go ask them a couple of their predictions and what they've thought of the show so far. Right, let's go on a walk and talk. It's just finished. Let's see who we can find. I've spotted Derek Chisora. I think that might be our first port of call. We're going to go find out right now. Let's see what we can do here. Hello, hello, hello. Uh-oh. Derek's just been cornered by IFL, which you know might be about 4.5 hours. So, here we go. We've got all of Team AJ right here. Eddie and the guys. What's happening? Alistair, is it possible my man, absolute pleasure to meet you. We're just asking people their predictions for the fight. How do you see it going? I know you're representing for the UFC. I know you're representing for the UFC, or are you? Who wins this fight, Anthony Joshua or Francis Ngannou?
Francis Ngannou by KO.
Yeah.
Or either Anthony Joshua by decision.
You've spent time in the ring with Francis Ngannou. What does he do well? What is the most dangerous? Is it just his power? Because we've seen his boxing ability, which I think shocked the world.
It's a key factor of things. It's his reactional. I mean, he has got a long reach. Basically, you're fighting him. Wrong move is checkmate, and that's not a good position when you're fighting somebody and you make a mistake and it's over.
100%. No, he's a very dangerous man. Absolute pleasure. Thank you very much, my man. Alistair Overeem, one of the legends, the true legends of MMA. Ben, join us just for a quick chin wag. Your man's up there. He's looking fantastic. He looks calm. What do you say to him right now? You know what? T-minus 1 day from fight night.
Not being funny, but there's nothing to say to him. He's experienced. He's seen this 1,000 times. To be honest, when you get to the point and experience that he's got, it becomes boring. It's monotonous. So face-off means nothing. You don't win fights in face-off. So it's just an obligation, if I'm honest, especially when you're heavyweight and haven't got to make weight.
Listen, he always brings the truth, Ben Davison. Now, at this point, you've done so many. You've seen it all. Do you notice anything at a weigh-in? Because this is Francis Ngannou's only second time at a boxing weigh-in on a show like this.
Yeah, but again, you know, he's not a novice. He's an experienced. He's a world champion in fighting. You know, and most of his success comes from his stand-up game. So, you know, he's another one. He's probably not of this magnitude, but he's been there, he's seen it, he's done it, and he's experienced enough to know fights aren't won at face-offs as well.
I know you're backing your man. I know you got utmost confidence. If I'm putting a bet on, what round am I picking?
I think it depends on how Francis approaches the fight. We've prepared for him to come out a little bit more aggressive. We've prepared for him to be patient and composed like he was last time. So if he comes out and he's a bit gung-ho, I can see it going a little bit earlier. But if he's patient, that might have to take our time and be a little bit smarter about the job.
Pleasure, Ben. I know you got a lot of business to attend to, my man. Enjoy and good luck on fight night. Right, let's see who else we can find. Where can we go? Oh, we got Team AJ in the building. What's happening, my brother? You good? Come on. We're about to go and find. I've heard there are a fair few legends in attendance, by the way. We're going to see one right now because there's two guys. If you can see just over there, a British fighter by the name of Conor Benn and a true legend, Manny Pacquiao, talking to Radio Raheem. You want to avoid Delicious TV, let me tell you that right now. You never know what's going to be said. You never know where you're going to end up. You don't want to be a meme. This is chaos in here. I love it. This is why I love boxing. Where's he going? We've got the man, AJ, Derek Chisora, Delicious TV. Let's see if we can get one word from AJ. One word. Here we go. Who have we got here? We've got Frank or AJ? All right. Frank, absolute pleasure. Listen, this is where we get to see the fighters face to face. You get to study their body language. Anything you saw up there that gives you a telltale sign. You've been in this business for longer than I've been alive.
Well, I mean, where do we start? With the main event?
We're going to start with the main event.
I know they both seem he's pretty ice cool, Ngannou, very, very ice cool. And AJ seems very, very confident, so it's going to be really interesting to see
Right, this is what it is. This is chaos. Frank, this is what happens when you put on one of the biggest boxing shows in recent times.
You know, it's a great show for the auspices of His Excellency and all the team here. These are just mega events, and they come one after another. And this is a brilliant card. You know, Friday night is going to be something special. But AJ, for me, it's a jeopardy fight, as I've said all along. I know I'm becoming a boring saying that. He has everything to lose here, and he can't afford to lose, coming off such a good win last time out. May 18th, the big fight's on, the one we've all been waiting for, the biggest fight of this century. And all these heavyweights are jostling to be in the position to fight for the title, or if the belts fragment, for the vacant belts. So, very important fights.
Frank, what happens to the loser? Can Ngannou come again? I mean, he'll be 0-2 as a boxer. Can he get back into boxing? And what happens to AJ?
It depends how you lose.
Yeah.
That's the thing. You can lose by that much, and you can lose by that much.
Yeah.
You lose by that much, people might want to see it again. You know.
Listen, you're not wrong. I'm so excited because I've also seen people in attendance. Manny Pacquiao's in attendance. The events like these in the Kingdom, they just bring out the stars, don't they?
They do. It's no mess, man. Everybody wants to be here. It's the destination. This has become a destination for the boxing fans, and not just the boxing fans. It's the Riyadh season, all the events that they have on. I mean, some magnificent events and people are flocking to see it. It's become a cultural city, a city of culture, and delivering the best in every aspect of all cultures: sport, entertainment, you know, everything.
If you had to give me a prediction how it goes down in the main event tomorrow night, give us some juice.
Right, so what do I think about it? Look, if Ngannou catches AJ, how will he react to it? Will he get on the back foot or not? For me, to win this fight, he's got to be on the front foot, and he's got to. Not having to tear up, but he's got to keep it nice and long, but keep Ngannou on the back foot and take that centre of the ring. Can he do it? The other guys are, he showed in the last fight what he's all about. And one thing about him, which nobody takes into consideration, or they may do now, but certainly didn't before, he's a fighting man. He's not a YouTuber. He's not an influencer. He can fight, and he's fought all his life. He's come from nothing to where he is today.
Incredible
the
story.
hard way, working in mines when he's 9 years old, sleeping on the streets. I mean, his backstory is just an amazing situation. With AJ, there've become a lot of doubts, including myself, about where he was at, what was going to happen, and what he's done now is re-established himself after that last fight. So he cannot afford to slip up at any stage.
Frank, I'm not going to waste any more of your time. I know you've got stuff
Don't
to do.
forget our other guys, though. Don't forget Nick Ball. I mean, I had to pull him away from that face-off.
Yeah, listen, I was up there with Nick Ball and his family, and I'm telling you, they're ready to go. They're ready to go, and that is a fight that I know we're all excited for.
Good man. It's a great fight, and we're all going to enjoy it.
Frank, thank you very much for your time. Wow, the best dressed man, I think, here at the presser, Hamza Shiraz. Talk to me, brother. First of all, I'm going to get a look. What's going on with you?
Listen, after the last fight, loads of doors have opened up now, and we're hopefully we're here for a reason, so we're cementing something big for sure. I can't say what, but it'll be a big one.
I can't wait for that, and I know your fans are absolutely buzzing as well. Now, talk to me. This is a huge event. We've got superstars in attendance. We've just seen the face-off. We've got Conor Ben behind us. Listen, everybody's here. Manny Pacquiao. I'm going to start with the main event. How does the main event go for you?
Do you know what? I've been saying it ever since the fight got announced. I think Joshua knocks him out within 6 rounds. And the reason why I've said it so casually and whatnot is because I feel like Fury's style was too complicated for him to get Ngannou out of there. And I feel Joshua's got the better basics. He's more explosive and he hits harder as well. So I feel like it'll be pretty easy for him.
Francis chose the 10 round. He got offered 12. He said, no, thank you. He said, any man who does more than 10 is crazy by their own choice. He said, we all get tired. Does that give us a little bit of an insight into how he's going to come out? Because he was quite relaxed. He was quite calm. He just stayed behind his jab and his boxing fundamentals in the fight against Fury. If you pick a 10-round fight, you're thinking, let me empty the tank early.
Yeah, no, for sure. But I think at the same time, it's one of them ones again where he's got nothing to lose. He's got everything to gain. So he's just going in there. He thought, why am I going to do 12 when I can do 10 when I've legit got nothing to lose? So listen, the pressure is always on Joshua. Win, lose, draw, whatever. It's always on him. But I think he'll deliver.
How much does pressure play a part? Because I know you go into fights. Some fights, I think, say if you're fighting a person you sparred before, you kind of know their look. You know what you go in there a bit more relaxed. But can you that pressure go both ways? Can it end up sapping your energy and taking a little bit out of you, or can it build you up? You know what I mean? Pressure makes diamonds.
Yeah, no, it can make or break you. From the level I'm at now, it can literally make or break you. And I mean, who better than these two big guys here? They've dealt with everything. You know what I mean? They've dealt with everything, you name it, they've been through it. So I think it's all a case of just how the camp's gone. That depends on how nervous they're going to be come fight night. But listen, looking at the shape of them, they're phenomenal athletes, aren't they?
I don't think they're going to struggle to do 10 rounds. I think they could both do 15. Now, there's another fight on this card. Talk about two big men.
Yeah.
Zhang against Parker. Parker with a career best performance against Deontay Wilder. I see Derek Chisora in the background. I've got to watch what I say right now. This is what happens when you're at, this is class. Derek.
He's the guy to watch out for.
I know, he is the main man.
I like the way he fights and the way he holds himself. I like that.
Bro, thank you very much.
Who you meant to be fighting? Dan Aziz?
No. He's 175 and
Who you meant
160.
to be fighting?
You're asking me? Ask the man himself.
Don't know yet.
Who's the guy on Sky? What's his name?
Chris Eubank.
Imagine, I seen you call that because that would be an unbelievable fight.
No, for sure, man, for
That'd be
sure.
amazing.
That's it.
Derek, listen, before you go, quickly, I know you like to do the long-winded answers. You backing your boy, yeah? You backing AJ?
Yeah.
Simple. That's all we wanted from you, my brother. You put money on it?
bet.
How much you put on it?
I bet. I'll show you.
Listen, we don't approve of betting here in the kingdom. Jesus. Okay. You know, enough. You know what, Derek? You back your boy. Two African brothers fighting. It's good for the continent.
Now, one of them is a real African, and one of them is a African British. Do you understand? But the African British will win. We want him to win. He's got so much pressure on him right now. We need him to win. So it's going to be like untold pressure on him. So we want him to win.
Listen, because the big one, obviously the fight against Tyson Fury, everybody wants to see that now.
What you have to understand is, there's not about the big one, bro. Everything is big, bro. Do you understand? There's nothing wrong with Tyson Fury is not big, yeah?
Listen, that's the cherry on top of the cake. That's why, that's really...
Cherry, because right now, the cherry was AJ, yeah? You understand? The cherry was AJ. Well, there's no cherry, bro. The cherry is the fucking money, motherfucker. Shit. God.
You know what? You're not wrong. Derek...
No, I'm not finishing.
No,
I'm not
okay,
finishing.
sorry.
No,
sorry.
I'm not
Sorry.
finishing. No, I'm joking.
You know what? I always worry. Oh, I told you. Listen, go keep it short.
Yeah, for sure.
I was in the middle of saying another incredible fight.
Yeah.
Zhang against Parker. Career best performance from Parker against Wilder. I don't think anybody saw that coming. I mean, he was on the front foot, aggressive. Does he have to fight like that to beat a man like Zhang? He's a man mountain.
Do you know what? I think he has to fight how he used to fight before, how he won the world titles. Because look, if you look at Zhang, he's got very, very fast hands, but very, very slow feet. So at the end of the day, I think all Parker has to do is do what he's good at: box and move, stick and move. And then it's easier saying that when you're in there with such a big man who can crack as well.
I mean, we've never seen Joe Joyce flattened and he done it twice.
Yeah, and listen, Parker's got a good chin as well. The only one who stopped him was Joe Joyce, wasn't it? But it's got all the ingredients to make a great fight for sure.
Can you take anything from, well, this man beat this man and this man beat you? Is there anything, does it work? Or could just sometimes it just you be a little bit of a bogey opponent?
You know, once you get to a level like this, when you got all world level fighters, it just all comes down to styles making fights. Unless you got the likes of Mayweather, Devin Haney, who just completely outclass their opponents, and you know they're really kind of on that unbeatable level. It kind of just, it's all about doing it for the fans, for the purists and whatnot. So when it becomes like that, it's a lot more fun to watch as well.
No doubt. Now, Hamza, I've got to ask you, have you got a message to the fans or people that come out to watch you fight, on TV, they're looking for some fight news? Just any messages you got for the fans?
Just a thank you to everyone who supported me, and listen, the new support as well. After my last fight, I got a hell of a lot of new supporters. So
Instagram's popping off.
Yeah, popping off. And no, I just appreciate everyone, to be fair. And listen, we're on a slow climb to the top.
100%. Hamza, good luck with everything.
You,
Pleasure to see you, my brother.
Good
100%. Right, let's see, here we go. Can we get Buffer? We know Buffer doesn't do predictions, but he's a man who's been at every big event since I was born. So we're going to see. You know, Gareth Tate Davis is there. He's having a little chin wag. We'll see what we can do. Maybe tap him on the shoulder. This is what we're talking about. See? Listen. You're not recording. Can I jump in, Michael? I'm sorry, Gareth. Can I ask you a couple of questions? He looks at me and I know I've done something bad. I'm going to pay for this. My man, absolute pleasure. It's only going to take a short amount of time.
We switch sides.
Of course. Is this your good side?
My better side.
Listen, they're two fantastic sides,
nose
brother.
goes this way.
You're aging like fine wine, let me tell you that. Now, Michael, you've been at the biggest, the best. You've seen the baddest go at it. Where does this rank amongst the big heavyweight clashes? Because it's not nothing we've really ever seen before.
You know, what's interesting, like going in right now, we have all this like anticipation because it really is unbelievable. I mean, Ngannou has this backstory, and he shouldn't even be here.
Yeah.
He's lucky even to be alive getting out of this. I mean, as a child working in mines and things in Cameroon, and just kept trying to get into France, and then going to gyms.
Story.
It's an incredible story. It's a great story. So now, in his second pro fight, and he lost the first one, but he knocked down
Yeah.
the lineal world champion. Shocking, just unbelievable. And it's just part two of great heavyweight fights, because on May 18th, undisputed. And it's the first time an undisputed champion has fought an undisputed champion, pardon me, an undefeated champion has fought an undefeated champion for the undisputed title since Holyfield and Riddick Bowe won.
Wow.
31 years.
Jesus.
It's
bigger
it's
than
everything
the
we
honor-
want.
yeah,
We
exactly.
want the undisputed champion. That's what we need in boxing, in the heavyweight division, and everything gets better.
Listen, I couldn't have put it any better myself. Now, you've been around this sport for a long time. You've seen the growth of the UFC, and it was almost like a younger little brother of boxing. In the MMA community, there was a bit of beef. But now we've seen more and more MMA fighters come over to boxing. It's good for the sport. You enjoy it. You enjoy seeing it.
But they have to be exceptional.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, they have to be, like when Conor fought Mayweather, he lost the fight. He got a boxing lesson, but he hung in there, and he always had that chance of the bomb. Tomorrow night with Francis and AJ, like, we don't need judges. I mean, there's
no way.
I never say this, but there's no way it goes the distance.
Yeah,
And I can't see it going past 6-7 rounds max, and guys are going to go down. Have you ever seen the video of Ron Lyle and George Foreman?
I've not seen it.
Folks, it's on YouTube. Lyle, Foreman, they just beat the hell out of each other. Up, down, blood all over the ring, and Foreman prevailed, and he could barely stand when he did it. It could be one of those.
I cannot wait to see it.
All right, man.
Legend.
Good to see you.
Michael Buffer, thank you very much. It's always a pleasure when I see you, and you look sharper and sharper every time I see you, my man.
Wait, before we go, I'll tell you what. I'm going to turn around,
Yeah.
and you pick up my lapel and see what it says underneath the back.
Uh-oh. What have we got here? That is unbelievable. Ready to rumble. Listen, this man, don't worry. It's an honor. It's an honor to do this.
Good to see you.
Absolute pleasure, my man.
Tomorrow night, folks.
Let's go. Now, let's see where we can go. Thank you very much, my brother. Who can we find? Who can we see? I'm sorry about that, Gareth.
What do you mean?
No, I had to interrupt. I know you're having a lovely
it's a
conversation.
30-year friendship. So,
Oh, there we go.
so we're always
Listen,
catching
it's
up
deeper
with-
than boxing.
It's bigger than boxing. Manny Pacquiao is here. Bigger
Where
than
is he?
boxing.
Where is he?
He's over there. Today, as you know, because we've
Yes.
been working here all week, it really ignited.
It really did.
Knockout chaos tomorrow night. It's really growing now. I wish we'd had the atmosphere all week.
Yeah.
Because it's great to have a crowd in at these events. Tyson Fury played the heel this week.
He did.
Lit up the press conference.
It was like he was at WrestleMania in Saudi Arabia.
The overarching thing that's going on here right now is the Super League of heavyweight boxing's being created. All the characters are here. We've never seen a time like this. I've been around a long time doing this. We've never seen a time like this. Let's savor it. Let's make the most of it. Let's get behind everyone, because this is a special time.
No doubt. We're getting the fights that we've been wanting for years.
Who you got tomorrow?
I've got Anthony Joshua by knockout.
I've got him 80-20. If he busts him up like an oak tree, he can stop him late. Ngannou's dangerous the whole time he's in there. He's got nothing to lose. It's a win-win for him. And I've got Zhang early, Parker late.
Yeah, I like that.
And
Nick Ball, what's happening with Nick Ball? Tell me.
He's got to get inside. It's as simple as that.
There's a huge item reach disadvantage that he's at.
I'd like him to have got into Ray Vargas a little bit. I love Ray Vargas, brilliant guy Ray, but I'd love him to have got into him a little bit more today and actually done a little bit of the pushing and shoving.
Yeah, I mean, I think he got pulled back. So I think there is a little animosity. There's that tension building, and we're one day out. You know what I mean? I cannot wait for that fight.
You spoke to the Let's Get Ready to Rumble guy. We're getting ready to rumble in Riyadh.
Eddie, huge fight night. as Gareth Hayes said, it erupted in here today. It feels like that buzz is there for this fight, and people know they ain't going the distance.
Yeah, I mean, two absolute giants. And Ngannou, what was he, 20 pounds heavier than AJ? He's got legs like oak trees. He's going to be dangerous in there. He's going to be a lot slower than AJ. He's going to be nowhere near as good, but he's going to be very strong. He's going to have heavy hands, and he will let them go. Great atmosphere. A lot of Cameroon fans, obviously a huge amount of AJ fans going to be packed in there tomorrow night. And looking forward to it. You know, I think this is a real fight. And I think sometimes when you get these crossover fights with MMA guys down in the lower weight classes, they just can't win.
Yeah.
Francis can win. I don't think he will, and I pray to God he doesn't. But it's going to be very, very exciting.
Now these events, they're huge. They're worldwide. We're capturing the MMA audience and the boxing audience. I mean, it's so big that even Michael Buffer's given me a prediction. He says, and he never gives predictions. You know, the whole time I've known him, he says that is not going to just. And the overarching feeling is that AJ finishes him between 6 and 9.
Yeah,
and we agree.
I was going to say 7 and 9. I will take it any way it comes. Points, first round, 7th round, 9th round. You know, the one thing we know about Ngannou is Tyson Fury told us, he has a great chin. Fury landed clean on him throughout the fight. He was never wobbled. So AJ's got to hit him hard. Can he hurt him with one shot? Yes, he can. But this is going to be a chipping away exercise, I think. Wear the guy out, outclass him, and then knock him out. And when you knock him out, just watch him fall like an oak tree, because that's the kind of knockout you need, because otherwise he's going to get up. You know this guy ain't going to quit. You know his backstory, you know his life story. This is a real warrior. So what do you do to a warrior? You make sure they just cannot get up. You have to finish them. Nakuten style, you know, street fight. It's knockout chaos. So.
You've been spending too much time with Parsons. Let me tell you that, Eddie. Thank you very much, brother. See you tomorrow. And that's been absolute chaos, but it's the chaos we love. The weigh-in for knockout chaos is finished. Anthony Joshua, Francis Ngannou, live and direct tomorrow. It all goes down. Will it go the distance? I don't think so, but we'll find out.